I'm here with.
Trevor.
All right. So who is Mr. Rittner?
He's the environmental teacher.
Mr. Rittner is my environmental science teacher. I'm an academic right now, and he's a really, really great teacher. He definitely knows a lot about the subject that he teaches, for sure.
I took his AP class, and I really loved it. I'm going to college for marine biology because of his class, mostly.
A bit crazy. He wears a lot of vests, but he is very, very knowledgeable about what he loves to do.
He's a really fun teacher. He clears stuff up if you find stuff confusing, and he's just good to talk to if you have something you need to talk about.
And he's just a really great person overall, and he takes us on amazing field trips, and he's a really funny guy.
What is your favorite aspect of teaching?
For me, I think the thing that attracts me to teaching so much is being able to build the connection with students and really kind of get to watch them, grow from September to June and kind of mature and become citizens of the world, if you will.
What is your favorite topic to teach?
So Christina knows this, but I'm a pretty big fan of wildlife in the classroom. We do a lot of conservation work in my environmental science classes.
I really like how we raises trout and chicks, and recently this year he's been doing terrapins too. I thought it was just a really great way to show kind of how they grow up.
And coming up, we'll be doing bobwhite quail in the classroom. And quail are extinct in New Jersey. We're trying to help bring them back.
What's your favorite of the wildlife in your classroom?
Ooh, my favorite species? That's like trying to pick a favorite child, quite honestly. I think they each bring their own sort of uniqueness to the classroom. I'm a big fan of the trout. I know most students don't really care about the trout. They're not cute and cuddly. But I know the terrapins have been a really big hit this year. Certainly, the students really gravitate to that. And they haven't met them yet, but I've done the baby chicks in the classroom in the past, and that's always a lot of fun. People get really fired up about that.
Do you think you could show us the wildlife in your classroom?
Yeah, you want to take we'll just walk? Okay. We'll start over here with the trout. So this is actually the 4th year we've done trout in the classroom, but these are rainbow trout, and we got 100 eggs delivered from the Pequest Trout Hatchery out in western New Jersey. A volunteer from Trout Unlimited dropped off the eggs in a little Ziploc baggie, and we've been raising them ever since. So you guys are lucky you're getting to see them now at the end of March. They kind of look like fish. Back in the day, they didn't look like fish at all. They looked like little sticks or little insects. But they've grown up quite a lot, and they're super fun to watch. At this point in the year, all they think about is food, which is why they kind of gravitate to the top of the class. Whenever someone comes by, they think they're getting fed. But that's been a lot of fun, and we'll bring them out to Greenbrook, just south of Silly's Pond Dam, later on in Watchung Reservation. I think we're doing that on June 7th. Over this way, unfortunately, my terrapin aquarium is disassembled at the moment because they're getting fed. But these are the terrapins, right? These were late hatchlings that Project Terrapin kind of grabbed out of the wild back in late August, early September. I picked them up back in October, actually on Yom Kippur. And we have 5, right? We have, in order of appearance, I think Squirtle's our littlest, then Inchy, Franklin, King, and Bowser. Fun fact, King is by himself because he's a bad boy, or girl, we're not really sure which is which yet. But he keeps biting the other ones in the face, he's hyper aggressive, so he'll be by himself for the rest of the school year. But they're super fun, they're harmless to people, he won't bite me at all, he's actually pretty scared of me. But you calm down. But they're really fun, and they're super. They're very charismatic, and the students really gravitate to it. It's been a really rewarding experience.
Do you have any stories about Mr. Rittner?
One time we were sitting at lunch, and he very seriously stopped the conversation and said, "Miss Love, I have a really important question to ask you. Did I dream you auditioned to be a queen?" And it was the most serious he had ever been in our entire lives in this year that I've known him. But he very seriously thought that I was auditioning to be a queen, so now he calls me Queen Love.
Do you have any stories about him?
Yes, actually, a really funny story that happened recently was when he actually has a bunch of mugs in the classroom, and so he had his tea, and then someone was like, "Oh, do you have mugs here, or do you bring one from home?" And then he went over to his cabinet, and he opened up, and there was 20 mugs in the cabinet. It was hilarious, and he also rinses them out in the sink, and he has a little sponge for them, too, so I thought that was hilarious.
Do you have any other comments?
I love Mr. Rittner. I love working with him.
It's a fun class. It's really open, and I learned a lot from it. I love environmental science because I took that class.
I kind of like his personality for sure, and just how much he knows about the subject. I definitely like how many field trips that we've gone on with him, and he's just a great guy that you can feel comfortable around, and he just throws around a lot of jokes in the classroom, which I really like.